Hello friends. The greatest threat to human health is climate change, and medical professionals are already taking action to mitigate its negative effects on health around the world. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the global temperature rise must be kept to 1.5 degrees Celsius in order to avoid catastrophic health effects and millions of fatalities brought on by climate change. A certain amount of global temperature rise and other climatic impacts are already unavoidable due to past emissions. Even 1.5 degrees Celsius of global warming is not seen to be safe, and every additional tenth of a degree of warming will have a significant negative impact on people's lives and health. Everyone faces these risks, but those in low-income and underdeveloped nations and communities are those whose health is being harmed by the climate crisis first and worst. They also contribute the least to its causes and are least able to defend themselves and their families from it. The current health inequalities between and among communities could be made even worse by the climate issue, which poses a danger to the last 50 years of advancement in development, global health, and poverty reduction. It seriously jeopardizes the attainment of universal health coverage, UHC, in a number of ways, including by increasing the disease burden already present and escalating current barriers to obtaining health care, frequently at the most critical times. Around 12% of the world's population, or more than 930 million individuals, spend at least 10% of their family income on health care. Around 100 million people are presently pushed into poverty each year due to health shocks and pressures, with the effects of climate change making this trend worse because the poorest people are mainly uninsured. Health dangers related to the climate. The disruption of food systems, rise in zoonoses and food, water, and vector-borne diseases, as well as mental health problems are all already effects of climate change on health. Extreme weather events like heat waves, storms, and floods are also becoming more common. In addition, many of the social factors that influence health, such as access to healthcare, equality, and livelihoods, are being weakened by climate change. The most vulnerable and disadvantaged people, such as women, children, ethnic minorities, poor communities, migrants or displaced people, elderly populations, and those with underlying health issues, are disproportionately affected by these climate-sensitive health concerns. Although it is clear that climate change has an influence on human health, it is still difficult to predict the scope and severity of many climate-sensitive health hazards. But as science progresses, we can increasingly link an uptick in sickness and mortality to human-caused global warming and more precisely assess the severity of these health problems. The susceptibility of populations, their resilience to the current rate of climate change, and the breadth and pace of adaptation will all play a significant role in determining the health implications of climate change in the short to medium term. Longer-term outcomes will depend more and more on the degree to which transformative action is done today to decrease emissions and prevent the breaching of hazardous temperature thresholds and potential irreversible tipping points. Important information. The social and environmental determinants of health, such as clean air, safe drinking water, enough food, and adequate shelter, are impacted by climate change. Climate change is predicted to result in an additional 250,000 fatalities per year between 2030 and 2050, mostly from starvation, malaria, diarrhea, and heat stress. Between United States dollars -4 billion per year in direct health damage expenses are projected by 2030, i.e. excluding costs in health-determinating industries like agriculture and water and sanitation. The areas least equipped to manage without support to plan and respond will be those with limited health infrastructure, which is largely in developing countries. Better dietary, transportation, and energy choices can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which can enhance health, especially by lowering air pollution. Is world serious? What is your take? Waiting for your comments. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks.